Hi you guys, if you want to learn how to make my easy and delicious chicken no tortilla soup, stay tuned. Alright, so the first thing we're going to do is prepare our chicken. So I have 2 chicken breasts here that I'm going to season generously with 1 packet of Sazon, some salt, some pepper, onion powder, garlic powder, and some paprika. All right, so now that my chicken breasts are seasoned, I'm going to move over to my crock pot. This is how I'm going to cook my chicken breasts. You can definitely bake them, boil them, put them in your air fryer, however you want to cook them. But I'm going to just cook mine in my crock pot for approximately 2.5 to 3 hours until they are cooked all the way through. All right, so now we're going to move over to our actual soup. I have an onion here. I used a frozen onion. If you have fresh on hand, you can definitely use that. And then I'm also using 1 red bell pepper. And I'm going to saute those down for a couple minutes or so. I'm going to season my base with some salt and pepper. I'm also going to be using a little bit of garlic paste, chili powder, cumin, tomato paste, an Italian seasoning blend, garlic powder, and onion powder. All right, so I'm just going to mix everything together just like so. And I'm cooking this for a couple minutes and kind of using the technique of when you bloom spices to try to get the maximum flavor out of it. So that's kind of what I'm doing here. So I'm just cooking these veggies and these spices and that tomato paste and garlic and all that yumminess. I'm just cooking that down for a couple of minutes. And then now I'm going to be using some chicken stock. I'm going to be using a whole container of chicken stock along with 2 cups of water. Make sure when you add your liquids that you're scraping all that yumminess off the bottom of your pan, okay? That is flavor, you guys. Now I'm using 1 can of diced tomatoes, and I'm using the one that has like garlic, oregano, and herbs in it. And then I'm also using 1 can of red kidney beans, 2 bay leaves, and I'm going to put the lid on that and let it simmer for about 20 minutes or so. Give it another good stir, and of course you want to taste it, and this is where you want to adjust your soup to your liking, okay? So I did add some more salt and pepper, garlic powder, onion powder, a little bit more cumin as well, and a little bit more of that Italian seasoning blend. Give everything a good stir. And y'all, I almost forgot my corn. I'm adding 1 can of fire roasted corn, and make sure that you drain it before you put it in the soup. Give it another good stir, put the lid on, and let that simmer for another 10 minutes or so. So now I have my potato masher here, and I'm just smashing those veggies down a little bit, mainly those beans, so that it can release its starch and thicken up the soup a little bit. I didn't want to use flour or cornstarch or anything like that to thicken up the soup. I like for my soup to be soupy, if that makes sense. I don't want to feel like I'm like consuming spoonfuls of gravy, okay? For a little creaminess, I added a drizzle of heavy cream. Give it a good stir. Make sure when you add your heavy cream that your soup is not still at a boil, because you will risk that cream curdling in your soup, okay? So now that chicken is done, we're going to go ahead and shred that up with the forks just like so. Before adding your chicken, go ahead and fish out those bay leaves that you put in earlier. And y'all, I found one, and I was like scooping and spooning and scooping, and I could not find that other bay leaf. I was like, I know I put 2 bay leaves in here. So I just gave up after a while because I could not fish it out for some reason. And you guys see how the soup has a little bit more body to it? That's definitely from smashing those beans and using a little bit of that heavy cream toward the end. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and throw in our chicken just like so. Give everything a good stir. And y'all, as I was stirring, look what popped up. Look. The other bay leaves. So I got both of them out. So now that our soup is done, we're going to go ahead and serve. All right, y'all, that is it. My easy and delicious chicken no tortilla soup. Y'all, this is super duper yummy. And I know traditionally this soup is served with tortillas, but y'all, I didn't want any tortillas with this soup. I wanted some cornbread with my soup. And before eating, I love to squeeze over a little bit of lime juice that just kind of adds some brightness and some acidity to the dish. This soup is absolutely delicious and I can eat it all year round. However, there's just something about eating a hot bowl of soup when it's cold outside. It just makes my soul feel good. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. Let me know what you think about it in the comments below. If you did enjoy it, make sure you give me a thumbs up and share it with a friend. If you tried this recipe, I hope you love it just as much as we did. Thank you guys so much for watching. Once again, I love y'all and I will see y'all on the next one. Until then, bye.